extra opportunity. Giddey just going to work. Switches hands with the left. Giddey.
Oh, Giddey.
Giddey, the wraparound. Shane the dunk. Oh, that's spectacular.
I've been following you here in America for like the last 4 years, and I feel like I'm talking to like a veteran, a grizzled veteran of the NBA. Yeah, does it sometimes feel like that for you?
No, it does. I mean, it's gone quick, you know, the 4 years I've been here, but obviously starting with a young team and you kind of grow up pretty quick. So yeah, it does feel like that a little bit, but you know, as I said, it's been a whirlwind 4 years. It's gone very fast, and I'm obviously happy where we're at and I'm at, but it's still hopefully a long career to go.
Did you ever think you'd play in the NBA, or was it?
I don't know. I mean, I always wanted to, but as a kid coming up, I was because my dad was around the NBL and my mom had played WNBL and things like that. My goal was just set on being an NBL player. And as I started to get, you know, a little better, the NBA started to become you know, what I wanted to do. And it probably wasn't until I was 16, 17 years old that I thought the NBA was somewhat within distance. And then, you know, obviously I signed in Adelaide, and throughout that year, the NBA started to become more and more real.
Are you coming home from practice and watching NBA games?
NBL games.
You're only watching NBL?
Yeah, that's the thing. When I was growing up, I used to love the NBL, and I'd go to every Melbourne. It was Tigers, and then it changed to United. But yeah, I didn't miss a game. I was at every game because Dad was a coach, and then he was involved with the club. So I was a massive NBL fan. Obviously, deciding between college and NBL was a tough decision. I had both options on the table, and I was very, very set on college, and then changed my mind, you know, pretty last minute. Went to Adelaide, and part of the decision to go to the Next Start program was seeing what LaMelo Ball had done the year before and how well he played and how high of a draft pick he went. Coming into the season, I wasn't even on any mock drafts. No one was predicting me to get drafted that year, so they gave me, you know, essentially the keys to the team, and you know, the year went how it went.
His stock continues to rise.
So what a pass! Giddey goes all the way to the bucket. A little flex from the Next Star.
Giddey, sensational pass for Pinder. Oh, this kid's good. This kid is really good.
Yeah, but you told me that you weren't even on the mock draft.
No,
that's mind-boggling.
Yeah, it took me a while to get on there, and I was a pretty late developer, you know. And then as the NBL season went on, I started to get a little more attention, you know, week by week, and eventually I made my way onto a mock draft. I think my first one, I remember I was somewhere in the 40s or 50s, and I remember I was so happy and excited about it. The year went on, and I started to get into first round, which is top 30, and then it went to the lottery, and then started to become top 10. So, and then once that point hit, I knew I was going to get drafted. It was just a matter of where, and you don't know that until draft night comes.
You're at the draft night, you're in Brooklyn, you got your mum and dad there, everyone's there, your family's there, you're sitting down. You don't know where you're going, right?
No idea.
No idea.
Not a clue.
All right. What's that feeling like, that you know you're going to get drafted, and you know you're going to get a golden ticket, but you just don't know which ticket, right?
Yeah, it's a weird feeling because you get in there and there's 20 tables, and it's all the guys that get invited to draft, and that's who the NBA predicts will be the top 15 picks. They don't know that for sure, and I was fortunate enough to get invited to that. It's called the Green Room. They have camera crews all on the floor, and the cameras will start to slowly go to the tables they think is going to be the next pick. And when the fourth pick came, fifth pick came, and then Oklahoma was on the clock with the sixth pick, and it gets to about 4 minutes where there's no one at our table, 3 minutes, a couple camera guys start coming over, 2 minutes, 1 minute, and we've got all the cameras at our table. The clock's winding down, it gets to zero, and every camera in the room is at our table. And that's when I knew that they were going to draft me, and Adam Silver walks out, he announces it, and yeah, that's kind of that.
The Oklahoma City Thunder select Josh Giddey from Melbourne, Australia, and the NBA Global Academy.
Walking through the stage and shaking his hand, they give you the Thunder cap, and then you go backstage, you do media for 2 hours, then we didn't get probably back to the hotel till 3 in the morning, and then the next day we're flying to Oklahoma.
And you're straight there, and you meet everyone, and you're off and running.
Finishes it for him. Beautiful move by the rookie. He's got all the moves at age 19.
Oh my goodness, this is a 19-year-old Josh Giddey, 6'8", 210 pounds. He is fun to watch.
I'm just an addict, addicted to music. Maybe it's a...
And this was the youngest triple-double in NBA history. That happened in my rookie year. It was in Oklahoma against Dallas. The ball's a little flat now, but that was the game ball from there.
Oh my goodness. This is a piece of memorabilia. This is epic right now. This is, I mean, I feel I just don't want to drop it on the eggs.
This is the ball from the game winner against the Lakers the other night.
You got it. This is it.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, they got that from me after the game.
Over LeBron, one of the greatest moments in Bulls history, as said by Stacey King.
Yeah.
He put it up there with Michael Jordan's Cleveland shot.
Oh, wow.
He said that. Stacey King said that.
I cannot believe this. Elizabeth, I'm coming, baby.
Shot City, I'm coming home again.
Hey, keep doing what you're doing, man. Yeah, tell Josh Smith, man.
Fans are passionate out there.
Glad we got you, bro.
I appreciate it, man. Thank you. Appreciate it, guys.
Thank you,
You're welcome, man.
Mate, I love it on the streets, though. No, you know, people here noticing, you know, your first season, and they're picking up. It's great.
It is cool. The fans are great out here, and it's a big sports city, so they've embraced me since day one, and you know, I definitely felt the love. So it's cool being out in the street, seeing fans, and know how much they love the Bulls.
Take me back to that 12 months ago. Like, you know, was it a crazy period in your head as that was unfolding, or did you see that the writing could have been on the wall for them to trade you out?
Yeah, I mean, I knew it was a possibility. It wasn't something I was against when it happened, and I'm very fortunate that Sam Presti, the GM there, was very transparent through the whole process with me, and we spoke, you know, throughout everything. And when the trade happened, I heard it straight from him first. I was in Melbourne. It was 6 a.m. and he called me, and 30 minutes later the trade got broken, you know, publicly.
Oklahoma City Thunder get Caruso in exchange for Giddey.
Alex Caruso got traded for Josh Giddey, 1-for-1 straight up. I thought Chicago won the trade. I like Giddey.
He also put me in a position where I could be successful, so I'm very grateful for him, and it's not always like that in the NBA world, so he gave me a chance to come here and be successful. The trade happened at 6 in the morning, and I got on a flight later that day to Chicago. I had to come here and do physicals, so you basically spend the day at the hospital, you do MRIs, x-rays, so that the team can, you know, give you the tick and of approval that you're healthy and the trade can go through. It was a pretty, you know, wild few days from the trade happening to the start of Boomers Camp and everything, but it was probably a good time for me because I didn't have to sit around thinking about trade. I got straight back into basketball and playing competitively, so it was a pretty wild, you know, 72 hours.
Coming to Chicago, when you walk into that arena, do you gauge anything in your head that this is a legendary team that you're walking into?
The Chicago Bulls have won their 6th NBA championship, and it's their second. It's over! The Bulls win at the buzzer!
I probably didn't grasp how big of an organization it is until probably midway through the season. I knew like the Bulls, and then I was talking to my agent one day, and he said like, you play for the Bulls, and when he said it, it kind of sunk in a little more that this is such a famous organization that's so known globally. When you go around the world, you know, Bulls jerseys, they sold everywhere. You know, not every team has that luxury, so it is obviously one of the biggest, and you know, you can credit Michael Jordan a lot to that. But yeah, no, I've obviously I understand it now how the legacy that's involved with this team and how global it is. So I understand it now, but it took me a little time to grasp it.
Josh Giddey.
The buzzer beater from the other night. You're 5 points down, and you actually get the ball to hand back to LeBron.
I knew I could see him letting the ball bounce, and he was trying to see where everyone was going to be. So I threw it to him, and he's 5-second count starter, and he tried to bounce pass it in quickly to Reeves, and I read it, and obviously got the steal.
Oh, loose ball, Giddey! The steal! Right for the lead! Yeah! Big time play!
The possession went quickly, you know, in real time, but looking back at it, it was all really slow in how it evolved. We didn't know where they were going to go. They went to Reeves.
Reeves straight to the cup, lays it in to take the lead.
I went to take it out quickly. I went to go to Kobe, and he got denied. I threw it to Pat, and he had guys in front of him, so he threw it back to me, and I tried to get ahead of steam as quickly as I could, but I only had 2 seconds at that point, and I think I took one dribble, and you know, I got ready and shot the ball with confidence, and it went in.
The photo of you, they call it a gooseneck, I guess.
Yeah.
Is that, you know, the photo of LeBron sitting there in the back. I mean, that's something you're going to cherish for the rest of your...
Yeah, and that's somebody, that's someone that growing up I looked up to, and somebody I was one of my favorite players as a kid. So, to do that and to do it in front of anybody, it would have been cool, but to do it in front of a guy like that, it makes that moment a little bit more cool.
NBA players have great fashion. Do you coordinate your fashion taste with your flow, your hair?
Yeah, I mean, I think the NBA started to really dive into the fashion world, and a lot of players have started dressing up pre-game. There's cameras all when you walk into arenas, so it probably took me 2 years in the NBA to get into it, and now I'm
So all you wear are just jeans?
Yeah, like what I'm wearing now, I wear into an arena, but now I've started to put a bit more effort into it. So yeah, I enjoy it, and it's a lot of fun.
Boomers, Paddy won't be around in the next Olympics. In some ways, you've got to step up as the leader. Do you feel that responsibility?
Definitely.
3 years from now?
Yeah, no, I do. And I think it's obviously with these older guys coming towards the back end of their careers, it's kind of, organically being passed into a new generation. And obviously me, Dyson, Josh Giddey, these younger guys coming through. I think we're at as good spot as basketball in Australia has ever been. And I think with the crop of guys that we've got, with this team, is going to put us in good stead for the next 2 or 3 Olympics.
The new coach, he's been a part of your life for, 8 years?
Yeah. When I went to the Institute of Sport when I was 16 years old up in Canberra, he was the head coach there, so spent 18 months with him there, left to go to Adelaide, and then when we got back together for the national team stuff, the World Cup, the Olympics, he was an assistant coach on the teams. Now he's the head coach of the team, so super happy for him, excited for him. I think he's, they made the right decision. He's the man for the job, and I'm looking forward to getting, hitting the ground running with him.
I've got to ask contract, how does that process work for you, just even from a mental approach? Do you not even think about it and let your agent?
A bit of both. I mean, I'd be lying if I didn't think about it. Every player in a contract year will think about their contract, and I try not to let it impact the way I play the game or how I approach every day, because at the end of the day, it's going to happen. It'll take care of itself, and my agent, the front office here, will start discussions, and they'll, it'll be between them at that point. So I let him handle all that side of things. It's what you pay him for. So, but as I said, it'll take care of itself, and I don't let it worry me or bother me too much. I just play the games that come ahead of us.
Josh Giddey having a career season in his first year with the Bulls, and an opportunity tonight with a victory to send the Bulls to the play-in tournament for the 3rd consecutive.
Right, I've made it inside the arena. Unbelievable stuff. Right here is the spot where LeBron gets the ball back from Giddey, passes in, Josh steals it right there, and then Kobe White, bang, in for that 3-pointer. And then Josh runs down here, shoots in there, boom, boom.
Bulls went 5-4 against the Western Conference to close March. The Bulls play an Eastern Conference opponent for the first time in 3 weeks. Oh, Giddey hits a 3. Giddey. Baker. Yes, sir. They sweep the Raptors, and they are guaranteed a spot in the play-in tournament.
And right now, we're the top dog.
Mate, what a day. Thanks for today. Yeah, you had a good time? Yeah.
Great day. Kidding me? I couldn't have had a better day with you, mate.
Yeah, mate. Look, I stormed into your house, and thanks for welcoming a big Australian stranger in your house. Well done what you're doing in Chicago.
Appreciate it. Thanks, and good to see you.